Best chest workout for building mass. Now I can talk from perspective here that really actually has truth behind it, because my chest has always had size. From the start, it grew a lot really quickly. And I think maybe there's a genetic piece to it, but also I feel like there's an activation piece to it that is neglected early on, that I programmed early to make sure that my chest would develop in a really good manner. So right from the start, my cousins were like, chest out with all exercises, whether you're doing a bicep curl, a shoulder raise, a row. Chest out meant that your spine was going to be straight, right? It was a really, really good form. But if you think more about it, when you have your chest out, your actual shelf of your chest is elevated and already is reinforced being used, because it's easy when you do a fly or press to round the shoulders and start to use more tricep or front delt. So if you have this posture, right, of chest out, and I'm starting here with that rib cage kind of flared and my chest is already there, right from the start my chest fibers already are activated, versus if I'm just kind of halfway into that position with the chest elevated, I'm using a lot more shoulders and arms. So it's what I see in a lot of people's physiques that don't have a developed chest. They'll have shoulders that are actually a little more developed, or triceps that are a little more developed, and that chest actually lacks that width and that mass. So yes, there's a genetic component to it and what things look like, but then there's this other piece that goes, are you actually targeting it and activating it and setting up that movement pattern so the chest is properly engaged right from the start? So I like to start with a press, or a couple presses actually, and then go into a couple flies. I just like to be able to do presses when I'm most fresh. So like today, for example, there's gonna be a hammer strength press that's kind of a mid-range. And then after that, I'm gonna go into kind of a hybrid. It's like an incline cable press. It has a little bit of a fly aspect to it, but then I might throw in something like a weighted push-up or weighted dips, and then move to a machine chest fly. 4 simple movements there, and there's going to be 1, maybe 2 hard sets to failure per exercise, so it's not even as much volume as you think, but the engagement is just 100% on point, and that's the key. You don't need much. You can do 4 solid chest movements and have 1 to 2 good failure sets per exercise and really get all the results you need for your chest. But I'm telling you, when you line up next time to do your sets with your chest, right from the start, bring up that chest, think chest high. I like that cue too. So someone said chest out, chest high, boom, right from the start. That those chest fibers aren't pretty much being used at the end of the movement. They're right from the start. Our elbows are kind of firing inward and coming closer together, especially for a fly. I like on a fly the cue that someone gave me of just like, bring your elbows together. Boom. Elbows together. Inner elbows together. And then for press, I already have that chest way out, and I'm just going chest high, chest out. Right from the start, use that chest, and it'll take a lot of those shoulders and arms out of it. I think this technique is going to be great. So outside of that, a couple presses, a couple flies. You don't need to be doing 5, 6, 7, 8 chest exercises. I don't think it really makes sense at all. If you're hitting a really hard press, or a couple presses and a couple really hard flies, you're not going to need as much volume as you think. So it's a thing of evaluation here. If you're having to do 6, 7, 8 exercises, I'm just thinking, are we even executing quality with those chest exercises that we're picking? And then at the same time, how's your joints feel and your nervous system? Because you can't just get away with doing a million exercises over and over and then expecting to just have healthy shoulders and inflammation that's in control and everything like that. That's huge too. So when I pulled back and just go, hey, chest day is 4 exercises, might even throw a tricep exercise at the end, things just got way better. Recovery got better. I felt stronger, and it wasn't just this mindset of, hey, do 4 sets of 15 with chest. Like, warm up into it and hit 1 really hard good one, maybe 2. But I like the progression of a couple presses, a couple flies, making sure we're prioritizing that first press based off really what part of the chest you want to work on, mid or upper, and keep that chest out and chest elevated. These are going to be your best tips for adding mass to your chest.